In this video, I want to talk about what is fishing, especially angling. The reason why I make this video is that a lot of people are misunderstanding about this activity, and a lot of them are thinking fishing is such a waste of time and yet meaningless. So I will try my best to cover up everything that I know about this activity and hope you will understand more than before. But keep that in mind, what I'm about to share is just based on my point of view. Well, different people have different points as well, so please comment down below if I were wrong or you have your own thought. But stay tuned, watch the whole video, and I hope I can help you understand more about fishing than before. So what is angling? Angling is a type of fishing method that uses a fish hook to catch fish. First, this hook is usually attached to a fishing line and the line is attached to a fishing rod. Modern fishing rods are usually fitted with a fishing reel that functions as a mechanism for storing, retrieving, and paying out the line. This method doesn't require many people to work with and can get it done by only one person, but this has to depend on the situation. The equipment for angling is considered easy to find and they can be purchased by any person. Whether you are an angler hobbyist or just a regular person who just want to spend some money on something. So it has become one of the most famous fishing methods. Also, angling is the principal method of sport fishing, but we will talk about that in another time. Now let's talk about why I say a lot of people are misunderstanding about fishing. There are many people out there saying that fishing is boring because you just sit there and wait the whole day to get the fish to take your bait. Well, you are right at some point where you have to keep waiting for the fish, but you are wrong about that. Well, they are not completely wrong. The method just now is called bottom or float fishing. It depends if you cast your bait to the bottom or let it float on the top. These methods are the most versatile because it can catch almost any species of fishes depending what bait you are using. From a gentle vegetarian to a ferocious meat eater, or an omnivore.
This guy will eat almost everything that you use it as a bait.
This method can be used at lake, river, or even sea. Yes, this is the one method that most people know about and feel very bored with it. What if there are some methods that need you to interact with the rod and reel more frequently? Well, let me introduce you to casting. Casting is a method to imitate a real living creature in the water with your bait, whether you are using a live bait or artificial lure. To make them act like a real living creature, you need to do a lot of work or action with your rod and reel to keep your bait moving like an actual living creature to trick those fish into take your bait. It can be worked just by reeling in, or you can jerk it hard just like when you are sitting in front of your computer. Casting is good for targeting predator species, so yeah.
Sometimes you will catch something that looks like this.
These two methods that I just shared are the most basic method in angling. There are still a lot of methods even though I haven't tried it out yet. Most of the angling method has similarity with these two methods. Maybe I will make a video about this method with more explanation in the future. When it comes to bait, those who never fished before always think worms are the only choice to use as bait. Actually, there is a huge variety of fishing bait in the market. It can be daily food like what we usually consume, such as meat, bread, corn, and many more. In my country, there is some fishermen using noodle as their fishing bait, and guess what? They are still able to catch some fish. Besides, we have artificial lure. These lures are produced by manufacturers and their purpose is to mimic an natural living creature that can attract fish to eat them. It can be fish, prawn, worms, and even bugs. The next thing I heard some people say is, "Is fishing good?" Well, these are based on my personal experience and opinion on what is so good about fishing. First, fishing is so relaxed and chill. If that spot is surrounded with nature greens and is fully nature environment, are totally under a relaxed mood, and it helps you to release all your stress from work and can run away from daily problems or maybe your wife. Second, fishing always gives you an unexpected excitement. Especially going to a new spot, your curiosity starts to level up cause you will never know what will happen next. Will you catch a fish? Are this method work on this spot? What fish is in this water? And the result may sometimes be out of your expectation. No matter if it's a good or bad, you will never think of staying here is kind of waste of time. In reverse, you have a great time instead. Third, fishing is always full of surprise. Let's say you're going to a spot to catch some small snakehead. Yeah, I live in Southeast Asia and snakehead is one of our famous game fish. So you cast your bait into the water and then something takes it. You had a good fight with it and you finally pull it out from the water. Then you realize you caught a musher. Isn't that even better than what you expected? Even if you go to the same spot every day, the surprise is always there waiting for you. For example, you caught a fish that was bigger than yesterday, or you caught the biggest fish ever in your fishing life. Finally, catching a fish is always the best part. Because that is what fishing is all about, right? When you catch a fish, whether is that your target, you will still feel satisfied when you get any of it. Let's move on. Sometimes I have heard some people saying, it doesn't look challenging at all.
Try pull this thing out of the water and I guarantee you will cry and begging for help, you little piece of shit.
There are a lot of challenge in fishing and trying to bring the fish in is always one of the challenge. No matter how big or how small the fish you caught, they will always undergo a round for fighting with you before you bring it in. When they try to run away from you, you will feel it drag so heavy like you are almost being pulled into the water, or they jump out from the water trying to split the hook off from its mouth. You have to unleash your whole body muscle just to make sure you are able to keep it on your line. The bigger the fish you hook up, the harder the challenge you will face. Sometimes the fish will swim to its nest when it's hooked up, and because of that, you might end up getting snagged or lose the fish. Thus, this requires some skill, technique, and understanding about the behavior of the fish to get its success. The behavior interchange of the fish also one of the challenge in fishing. When something is affecting them, this causes the fish to change their behavior irregularly. Even for an experienced fisherman, it is the same challenge for them to read the fish behavior. Sometimes it is hard to predict what is going on with them. It can be change of the weather, pollution, or something else. This behavior change might cause them to become very lazy and less active. In fact, this causes you to fail to gain any result. But sometimes there will be some opposite outcome if you are lucky. Other than that, there are still a lot of things that can cause fishing to become harder and challenging, such as mid of a bad weather when you fishing, the place you stand is hard to land a fish and very dangerous to stay, choosing inappropriate equipment which is not suitable using on that kind of fish, or maybe you just want to do something that not much people willing to do. Sometimes, if you are reckless, you might end up injured yourself and it can be serious or just a scratch. If you are lucky, you may just lose your fish. The last thing I heard people say is, I did try once but I didn't catch anything, so I don't want to do it anymore. Fair enough. Catching fish is not an easy job as I mentioned before. There are a lot of things that could cause you to catch nothing. Maybe you choosing a wrong day to fish, maybe you using the wrong bait, or maybe there is no fish left in that area. Yeah, we have a lot of lake that is no fish at all. Pretty sad, right? Or maybe you just need to be a lot more patient. But make sure the spot you're choosing has fish in there. You don't go to a swimming pool and try to catch a fish over there, am I right? Wait, what? Well, that's it for today guys. What I mentioned just now is just only the tip of an iceberg. There is still a lot more we can talk about in fishing. Maybe I will make a video to talk more about this thing precisely in the future. Do I help you understand more about what is angling? Do you guys agree on what I just shared? Maybe you can share this video to your friend who always questioning your fishing life. Hope this can help him understand more. Let me know your thought in the comment and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Alright, that's it guys. I will see you in the next video.